Oh, we're live.
What, what up, everybody? Welcome to Con Talk with SD Key Collector and Zombie Joe. Say what up, Joe.
What's up? What's up,
What?
everybody? So, yeah, I'm having some severe technical difficulties today, and nothing is working properly. But here we are, and we'll go ahead and get this started.
Yeah, today we're doing
Cisco?
another Con Talk, and we just went to Wondercon. That's our annual big con for the West chapter of the Comic Book Bean Club. We head out there every year. Everybody from all over, from me in San Diego to Joe in Idaho. Everybody comes through, members from Vegas, all over, and we converge on this convention, take over this mofo, and shut it down. So, Joe, any thoughts?
Yeah, so it's kind of like my yearly vacation, right? Drive all the way down there, spend the weekend, and then drive back. And like Cisco said, people from everywhere. Occasionally, we'll get people from other states as well and other chapters, which was cool. You got to see Crimson Ghost Professor Dr. J. His real
That's
name
right.
escapes me at the moment. I think it's Jason.
It's Jason.
It's
What up,
Jason. Yeah,
Jason?
I got what's up, man? Sorry, I forgot your name. First time I met him was at the con. Hooked us up with a cool ass picture with the voice actors from the X-Men series, which was super
Yeah,
cool.
X-Men
Um,
97.
yeah, we'll get more into that later. But yeah, WonderCon, it's our yearly event. Super fun. Never miss it. This year was
Yeah,
no exception.
that's right. Me and Joe got there Friday when it opened up. Um, it's pretty cool for me. It's also like a little vacation. Me and my wife go. We get a hotel that's literally right by WonderCon, so like I could walk there. It's like my little home base. Get all my books, and as soon as my backpack's too heavy, I go to the room and load, chill for a bit, and it's back at it. And it's definitely one of my favorite cons. Um, the cosplay is next level. A lot of cool books, a lot of cool artists. Um, for me, the cool thing about this one is San Diego Comic Con is packed to the brim. Like you're fighting your way through crowds to try to get from one booth to another. And at WonderCon, it's not like that. There are some people, but you don't got to be like oh or trying to run to another spot, just to get your book. It's not that crazy. I think there was only one really big line for a book this year, and that was the Todd McFarlane Spawn variant. And Joe was cool enough to stand in line and get me one of those. So thank you, Joe.
Yeah, that was a whole ordeal. Me and James had to get there. It's like an hour and a half, 2 hours early before the con to get into a raffle type thing to see if he could get autographs from McFarlane. So we got there for that. Had to wait in line for that. He got his wrist bracelet for the autograph, so that was cool. Immediately after that, we lined up to get into the con. Stood there for like an hour, and then once we get into the con, I had volunteered to pick up these Todd McFarlane Spawn books for people, even though I don't collect Spawn. Um, I still went and stood in line for a bunch of people. Yep, I still have two I got to mail out, right? So yes, it's a cool book, but I'm not a Spawn collector. But yeah, so stood in line for that. I got one for Cisco, two for James, one for CJ, and one for Caleb. So CJ and Caleb, yours are going to be mailing out hopefully Friday. I got to get some boxes and stuff. But yeah, that was a whole ordeal. So the first half of my day on Friday was standing in lines. Nothing which was for me, but hey, help everybody out. And James got his autograph. Everybody got their books. So it all worked
Yeah,
out for the worked out good.
I got I got my signed book too, if you could see, and this one was already becoming a hot commodity. I think the price for the sign was like 70 something, right? And
Yeah, it was $76. Weird number. Mike wants to know if you paid your light bill.
I did. Whoop whoop. No, I wanna shout out Robert real fast, Comics on the Edge. Thank you for hooking us up. Thank you for hooking up the Air Pirates crew. He hooked me up with a cool light system, so I don't have to be in the dark or the Stone Age anymore, and people can actually see me. So thank you. And but yeah, back to the book. So you could get the book there, $73 or something, whatever. And at some booths they already had it, and the signed one jumped already from that to $200. So it was crazy. It was like, what the hell? They were just selling this book, and now it's already, you
Yeah,
know,
when we were standing in line, we were looking on eBay at the prices, and yeah, they were selling for over $200, and we hadn't even got up to the table yet to buy them. People were saying in hand now, ready to sell, and they hadn't even started selling them. And they had them
yeah.
listed for over $200. It was crazy. But yeah, they sold out 90% of them day one, and then the rest of them sold out like immediately on day two. So they went very
Yeah.
quickly.
So if you want this book, I'll be on what not selling it for
What's not?
$500 later. What not selling it? No, I'm joking. But no, thank you. And that was cool. That's cool because while he was in line, I was lying around trying to get some crazy deal. I was able to get some two grails that I was after this year. I don't go to cons, and I'm not like specifically looking for a book, but if I see one and I can get it at a good price, then I will. I think for the most part this year, there's a good amount of vendors. Um, I was able to look around, do some digging, and like I said, find some books that I wanted. It wasn't crazy insane. I know I talked to some of the other members that like were there for the first time, and they were like 50-50, because some of the vendors there are a little on the crazy side and are trying to way mark up books, and that's the thing, you gotta look for those guys, and either you steer clear of them or you haggle them down to what it should be, and I'm down to do either. There was a lot of cosplay this year too, a lot of cool people and some cool get-ups. Joe, you got anything?
Yeah, I mean,
What's
I
your
don't.
take?
For me, like, I'm not really when I go to cons, unless it's like dollar bins, I'm not digging. Especially at these bigger cons where they pay, they're paying a decent price to buy these booths. So these are serious dealers. They know exactly what they have. They know exactly what's in all their boxes. They're not screwing around, right? Like you said, you can haggle and try to do all that and get good deals, but that's not my deal. I like more, digging. I like to find something that they don't know even know they have. I like those kind of things. That's why smaller cons are usually where I like to do my digging. When I go to cons like this, it's usually for me, it's more about artists, right? You get to interact with artists, you get to get commissions, things like that, find new artists. Like I spent most of my time at the con walking up and down Artist Alley, just talking to artists. I got several sketches. Two of them are still in process, but
Wow.
that's more fun for me. Just talking to the artists, talking to people at different booths about things that I'm interested in, things they're interested in, talking to them about the club. Um, that's what I like to do at the bigger cons like this.
Yeah, on Friday, I think he was over at Artist Alley doing his thing, getting commission books, and I was hunting for some grails and some books I'd been looking for. So we really didn't even like see each other too much. And then Saturday, I think it was, he was like, "Oh, I'm gonna go to Artist Alley. I still gotta talk to an artist or something." I was like, "Oh, I'm up with you," and I went with him. And next thing you know, I'm seeing some of the artists. I think one of the first artists that he took me to, I was like, "Damn, this was sick." So I picked up a commission from him right away. We walked just a little bit more, and I seen another artist. I was like, "Wait, whoa, whoa, whoa! I didn't know this guy was here." Picked up another commission. I ended up picking up four commission pieces at this con, which is pretty much the most I've ever picked up at a con. Normally, I'll pick up one or two, but I saw a lot of cool artists, and I stepped out the box and got some really, really good commission pieces for some really good prices. A lot of these guys were super cool. I also got a remarked book. And speaking of books, should we just hop straight into showing some of our pickups?
Did you get your the two commissions that you got when I was with you? Did you get those books back yet?
I did.
You did. Okay, I wanted to see those. Those were the two I wanted to see the most because
Oof.
both of those guys were really good artists.
They got down. The first guy that I went with you. He was
Yeah,
down to the wire. I had told him like I need to go Sunday at 12. I'm heading out, and I went
the
over
guy
there, and
that
he's
we
like,
had, the guy that had the two booths,
yes,
the cat X
and
tattoo guy. Yeah,
yeah, he was like, oh, give me another hour, and so we waited. We waited around the con for like another 2 hours, and but I eventually got my piece, and it was, I don't want to say it was the best piece, but damn, it was the best fucking piece. And I feel like now I'm gonna have to go get it because now that you brought it up, everybody's gonna want to see what we're talking about.
no, I would say save that one for the post because it's not going to do it justice on this camera, right? If it's that good, save it for a post. This is,
Okay,
save the best stuff for Instagram.
all right. And I was gonna save my commission pieces for Ryan's show too. Ryan
Yep.
does a special art show on Air Pirates, and I think his first guest is gonna be Bo, and then I'm gonna be the second guest, and basically it's just showing original art and commission pieces. So I'm really excited for that. But yeah, like I said, if you want to start showing some books, I think we should just hop right into it.
Yeah. I
You want me to
really
go
hate.
first,
Yeah,
or
you
you
go
want to
ahead.
go
You
first?
go first. You go first.
All right, all right. So the first ones were just some bin books that I was digging and found. I've been wanting to pick up more New Mutants for my girl Magic, and I found some cool Magic covers. This is a critical run for her original and her origin story. You know, she's still fighting the demons from Limbo. And then I also picked up the whole run on X-Men Magic. And this isn't her. This is like a clone or like a demonic copy. Uh, it's not the actual magic, so FYI. But it's definitely a cool book, and it's
Yeah, you,
still
you just
magic.
spoiled the whole story for everyone.
Well, I doubt too many people are gonna go back and.
I'm just
But it
screwing with
got,
you.
yeah, nah, and it got some crazy covers. You know, this is when she started getting all crazy. I love this cover. But yeah, it's just a little mini run that I found, and I was like, oh shit. And then on our hunt too, I told Joe like I need to get some more mature books at this con because I've been lacking that in the collection. I've been talking about that. And he's like, oh, I seen one booth where they got a good amount of stuff, and he took me there. And this was one of the books I found. I'm saving some for later, but I'll show one. This is like I guess a boom straight out there.
That's
She's
funny.
she's getting attacked by the whatever that is sea creature.
It's a
So
coctopus.
yes, very very classy book by the way.
Very.
Uh, exclusive for Air Pirates. And another one that I got is a grail of mine. I've been looking for this one in a high grade copy or just a good clean copy. A lot of copies that I see of this book are normally faded. They're for some reason. I don't know if it's the ink doesn't hold up or they have them in the sun or it's just an older book. But I finally got my first appearance of Power Girl. Boom! She is
Nice.
somewhere flying around. Yeah, I was able to get it at a really, really, really good price. I talked to the dude and I was like, "No, hell no! Like, we need to bring that down." And I got it at a great price, and I was happy to get that. Right off the bat, as soon as I went there, I went to see one of my favorite artists. He's a cool homie and a friend of the club. And I also picked up some variants from him. I got the John Boy Myers Magic. There's a special edition he did. And then I got his special con edition, but I had that one remarked. So if you see there she is with her horns and everything. All the other ones, she doesn't have the horns. It's just her, but this is her kind of wilding out. And he got down. So
Nice.
that's a
Yeah,
taste of what I got.
I like that remark a lot. That turned out really nice.
Yeah, as soon as I seen that, I was like, oh shit, I need that. Let's go.
Yeah, he does really nice remarks. Like the detail and the colors always really pop.
Yeah,
It always looks
yeah.
really good.
At the end of the year last year, some people were trying to challenge me as the number one Magic fan. So this year I was on a mission to definitely pick up more Magic and just boost the collection as far as she goes. I think at this con I definitely succeeded. Three of my commission pieces are Magic covers, so let's go.
Yeah, I think two of my commissions are Carnage. So I tried to like do more variety, and not do all Carnage. I have a lot of Carnage sketch covers, so I got a lot of different stuff this year. But I tried, but yeah, it's hard. So I'll show a few books. I'm not going to show too many because, like I said, I don't like the way they look on the cameras here. It just bothers me. I'm super picky about that stuff. But this one here is a mummy, the mummy that just came out. Oh man, that's bad. Let's see.
Okay, I remember that cover. Yeah,
Yeah, it's the artist that did one of your sketches.
he did
It's
the first
his.
sketch. Yes,
Yeah,
he got
this.
down. That artist got down. I loved the
Yeah,
Frankenstein he had.
the glare is horrible, but yeah, he had a Frankenstein one as well that was really cool. He signed it for me. Super cool dude. We talked to him for a long time. Just all around great guy. Um, this one here was a gift from Cisco. Some more
Oh
John Boy
shit!
goodness, right? Aliens. Um,
There we go.
this one, I believe, I might be wrong, but when Marvel first took over the Alien titles, I believe this is from that first initial run. This is issue number 3. His first variant for the series, and he signed it. I love this cover, and it's cool to have a signed one. So thank you for that.
Oh, no worries.
This one here, this was a gift from Josh, Darkside Raider. Cool Venom Black Cat cover.
That's hard.
Right? Yeah, it's very cool. This glare is awful. But yeah, thank you for that as well. Of course, we already showed the Spawn books, right, that we got for everybody. But yeah, here's that. I waited in line and I bought 5 of them.
Did you get one for yourself?
No, I should have. But the problem was, I should have once I saw the prices they were selling for, but you could only buy 5 max, right? So that I had already
Oh, okay.
committed. I had already committed to buying 5 copies for you guys. So I kind of fucked
Damn.
myself on that one. But hey,
Hey, that's a
I
real
did
one right there.
I did my good deed for this year. So now you can all go fuck yourselves. I'm good till 2026.
Right.
Man, I have a lot of random stuff. I just picked up tons of random crap this year. I don't want to show any of my sketches. I'm going to save those. I'm going to make you guys look at my Instagram.
That's
But I
cool.
did pick up some random stuff. I like random weird stuff. This was a cool one I found. Rabid Animal Comics. It's kind of like a punk type vibe, right?
Right. Yeah, I saw that one and I was like, that's fucking bad. He's like
Yeah,
sneaking
I thought it was
covers.
super cool. Dude signed them all for me. Mike Hirsch,
Hmm.
he had a bunch of them. I bought the full run. I couldn't walk away. So yeah, I bought them all. It's kind of like it reminds me of the Air Pirates kind of vibe, right? The Mickey Mouse Air
Right.
Pirates vibe, just you know, just vile, gross stuff, and just stuff you don't normally see.
Love it.
Marvel, DC, that's cool and all, but I like the weird stuff. The weirder, the better.
That's right.
So yeah, the whole run, got them all signed. So those are cool, and they weren't too expensive either.
Yeah.
Um, Picked up some other random books. This was a cool one that I picked up. The guy just he had the book and some prints and some stickers, and I don't know why the book just kind of like drew me in. It just reminds me of like I don't know, kind of like a Hellraiser kind of vibe, like the flesh and
Yeah.
all the. It's called The Vein.
Mm,
David Lee Comte and Hans Fink. I just thought it was cool. More weird stuff, right?
right.
All weird.
You got time for one
And
more.
one more.
Yeah, let's
Oh
see it.
man, you're killing me. Okay, one more. This one I actually didn't get at the con. This one I got on the way home at Mike's LCS. It's probably gonna look like shit 'cause it's a dark cover, but yeah, Army of Darkness Forever. It's just a cool dark cover, and if you could see it, it's kind of like just Ash's chainsaw and his
Oh,
torso.
okay.
It's a cool cover. It looks like shit on here. I should have showed something else, but
No,
yeah,
it's all good.
that's some of the books I got. I bought a bunch of pins and stickers and sketches and just a bunch of shit I don't need.
Yeah, we
So
went wild. Definitely went wild. I
yeah,
want to say I highly recommend this con, especially to like people that want to take their kids or definitely got a family atmosphere. I saw a lot of people take their kids and just see cool people in cosplay and walk around and do fun stuff. I think one of our members, Fez, took his wife and his kids, got to meet them, and this is one of the cons where it's not insane. Like SDCC, I don't really recommend that one for taking all the kids. I used to take my son, but it's gotten crazier where it's so packed. But this one's a little more calm, a little more legit, where you can just walk around with the fam and peep stuff out. So as far as that
yes.
goes, I recommend it for the families. But yeah,
Saturdays are a little rough. That's the busy day. Fridays, Sundays, not so bad. But like Cisco said, there's something for everyone. If you don't like the artist alley, you can go dig through comics. If you just want to stand off to the side and watch the cosplay people, or even go outside, they have people doing photo shoots and just like they'll take pictures with you. There's just something for everyone, and it's really cool.
yeah, I saw a lot of people and cool cosplays, like posing with little kids. They'd find their favorite hero or whatever. So that's definitely something cool to do with the fam. And um, we'll get into our grading system right here. Um, as far as digging, 1 out of 5, 1 out of 5 boxes. I'm gonna give it 2.5 boxes because you can do some digging, but like the other con I went to, it's not an insane amount of digging. It's not a digging paradise. Joe, what would you give it?
I'm gonna give it a two just because of the pricing, right? Like I said before, these people know what they have. It's not like you're gonna have to fight for a deal. You're gonna have to haggle. You're gonna have to. I don't want to deal with all that, right? I want
Right,
the. I want to dig like, and I want to find that gold and walk away knowing that I found something. You're not gonna do that
right.
here, you know.
For
So
the most
I'll
part,
give
yeah.
it. I mean, you may get lucky, but you know how many other people have dug through those boxes, and if you try to
Yeah,
get one on those dealers and you bring it up to them, they're gonna know. You know what I mean? They know. So I'm going to give it a
yeah,
two just for that reason. There is a large selection of books, but for me, it's not worth the trouble.
yeah. And now we're gonna go 1 out of 5 for glizzies for the food. I'm gonna give it a strong 4.5 because they got a boatload of food trucks out there. with like all kinds of crazy cuisine. I had a glizzy again. I don't know what's going on here. I'm turning into fucking James or something. But one day I went out there and I was just hungry and I was like, fuck, dude, they had a glizzy. I had one that was fucking bomb. I had some tacos. I'm always like cautious with eating like tacos or, whatever, because it's a gamble. Sometimes you fuck your stomach up at a con and that's the
Oh
worst.
yeah, it's like the
But I
fair,
had,
right?
yeah, yeah, but I had some bomb ass fucking tacos. I was in heaven. I was like, oh shit. The guy even told me, he's like, if you don't like them, come back. I'll give you back your money. Fuck, all right. But I macked him down, and yeah, I was eating like a fat ass like usual. I love to fucking eat everywhere I go. That's my thing. I don't smoke, I don't drink, but I will mac down. And so yeah, like I said, I'm giving it a strong 4.5 glizzies. What's your rating,
So my rating is no rating. I did not eat at the con. Like I said, it's these big cons. Everything is so expensive. I'm not paying like $16 just for a tiny little, like 2 tacos. I pack my food in. I eat the food I brought in, and then I'll eat afterwards. Like my money is all going towards sketches and other
Joe?
stuff. As far
All
as
right.
selection, right?
Yeah.
Options. There's tons of options. The food looked delicious. It smelled delicious, but I cannot grade them on that because I did not partake, just because
All
of
right.
price.
Well, next year I'm gonna take you and we're gonna mac down on some glizzies or some shit.
Hey, if you're paying, I'll eat, but I'm not paying those prices for that food.
Yeah, I got you.
That's extra bucks.
And then now we're doing a 1 out of 5 rating, and we're gonna give it 1 out of 5 stars for the cosplay. For this one, I'm gonna go on a limb and I'm gonna give it a 5 because they're just fucking cosplayers everywhere, everywhere. They're down there, everywhere, and you can run into some cool people and see some really weird cosplays or some really cool ones. One day I ran into this girl and she was like Storm. She had like white eyes, and I was like, "Damn, they need to hire her for the MCU because she was bad." So I'm giving it 5 out of 5 stars. And one swing,
Wow, really dating your age with that one.
right, right. All right. How about
Oh
you?
man. So yeah, I'll go. I mean, I've never been to San Diego Comic Con, so I can't compare what would be there. But on a scale of all the cons I've ever been to, LA Comic Con, WonderCon, various other smaller cons, I'll give it a 5 as well. Out of all the cons I've been to, I would say it is by far the best. Like you said, there's expert level cosplay, and there's
Yeah.
also entry level cosplay. You could show up in something that you put together 2 days ago, or something that's put you 2 years. Right? There's all different levels, and everyone's appreciated. Everybody's taking pictures. No one's judging you. I mean, for the most part, you know. But yeah, it's there's a wide selection in characters. Like all the manga characters, like I don't know any of them, and there's so many now. So
Yeah, yeah.
many.
There's some super funny one. One guy had one of those full costumes on where like you can't see him or what he is. It's almost like a green screen, but he had on all the John Cena gear, so it was like you can't see him. He's John Cena.
Yeah,
I thought that was clever and funny as fuck. Um, Now for our
yeah.
next rating, we're gonna go 1 out of 5 skunks for the stink factor. Um, I'm gonna give it a 1 this year, and go on a limb that I didn't even really smell too many stinky motherfuckers or whatever, but my wife swears she did, so I'll give it to her. I don't know, but
You've
it
gone
wasn't
nose
bad.
blind all the years
Maybe,
of smelling
maybe,
people.
maybe that's what it was. I did run
Yeah.
into a couple of dudes or vendors with a little bit of the stinky mouth, and I had to distance myself a little. So yeah, 1 skunk for me. What's your rating, Joe?
So I'm not a big fan of the smell of weed. Right?
Ah,
It kind of bothers me. Smelled that
yeah,
more than anything else. Like more than the stink, the body odor stink. I smelled that quite a bit. But to each
yeah.
your own. To each your own. I don't care what you do, but I don't really care for that
Yeah,
smell. That smell bothers me personally. Other than that, like I didn't smell anybody like body odor. No one.
yeah, and on a personal level, now that you bring that up too, it's like I'm not trying to judge or whatever, but if that's what you're about and you need to be high all the time or you need to be this or that, like step outside, go out where it's vented. My boy Joe right here, he smokes cigarettes. I went out with him one moment and he smoked one out there where it didn't bother no one. And what I noticed about you that was super cool was that you made sure you were away from everybody, that your smoke wasn't going to bug nobody. And that's just part of being respectful. And let's learn to be respectful, especially at these cons. You don't want to be disrespecting no average con goers. You don't want no like mom with her kids walking by and she's like, what the heck is going on here? You know, I'm at a con, not at a 420 show. This ain't Bob Fest. So let's be a little more mindful in the future. Uh, you got any
Yeah. So
last
my is the lower number better or worse? I don't understand.
oh, the higher it is, the
Is
worse.
the worse?
Yeah,
Okay,
for
so yeah,
this
then I give it a one. Look at boom. Thank you, Rick.
what's Rick
Appreciate
gotta
that.
say? Want to read that for us? Because I can't even see it. What's he saying?
You can't see it. Oh, it says Joe is such a stand-up guy, man. I appreciate that.
That's right. Shout out to
I
stand
thought you
up
could.
people, man.
All this time I've been putting up comments and you can't even see them.
No, I can't even see him. So if you want to read some of those,
That's funny.
that
I've
would
been
be
putting them up
cool.
the whole show. The whole show I've been throwing them up.
Oh,
Well,
okay,
you can see it.
cool.
You can watch it on the replay.
Yeah, no, on the replay I can see it, and everybody
Yeah.
watching can see it. But oh, it's all good. But yeah, overall, like I said, it was definitely a cool con for us. Especially, it's cool to see all the brothers and sisters, and even people not in the con or in the club. We ran into some people. We ran into Ryan from San Diego. I had been friends with him on Instagram for a little bit here, and to finally meet homie in person, and he had a blast with us. We had a cool little photo op. I met Doreen Batmite, super cool person. We always talk on the low grades chat, so it was cool to meet her in person. And all the people, everyone definitely makes it a fun, cool experience, and that's what it's about.
Yeah, I met a lot of people too, but I am horrible with names. Like I'll remember their faces, but I'll not remember their names. Like I have to meet someone multiple times and like actually spend some time with them to remember their name. I'm the worst. It's horrible. But yeah, a lot of cool
Yeah,
people. A lot of people I've never met. A lot of people I've never hung with before. Um, really fun overall. The best interactions I've had with artists at any con ever so far. Like everybody was really talkative and nice. Just had a great time. Great time overall.
yeah. Quick mention too. I took my well, I didn't take them, but two of my family went up. They're like my nephews, and they had a really good time. One of them, it was his first con ever. The other one, it was his second con, but they went crazy. They were buying bangers left and right. They bought some books off Joe, and they had an amazing time. They loved it all. They loved the cosplay. They loved hanging with the club. They loved trying to outdo each other. They were like in this little competition to see who was going to get the best book, and at one point they were ready to kill each other over some books. But I loved it, so that
All
was cool
good.
too. Yeah. But yeah, overall, WonderCon definitely 4.5 stars for me. Love it. Great, great con. Love going every year. Go every year with my wife, and that's how I feel about that one. Uh, Joe, you got any last words?
No, it's the same thing, right? I live in Idaho. I drive down every year for this. Like it's well worth the trip. This year I got stuck in a snowstorm trying to go home and had to sleep in my truck overnight, but tell you what, I would do it all over again. It was completely worth it.
Right. So yeah, if you're thinking about checking out WonderCon, we highly recommend it. If any of the brothers from any other chapters wants to ever come out, hit us up. We're down. We'll take you. We'll show you around. Some of the members are even cool enough to help you out and drive you around wherever you need to go, or maybe gave you a place to stay. But we definitely encourage it and welcome everybody. And I think that's it for us today. So thank you for sitting in here with us for another con talk with SD Key Collector and Zombie Joe Comics.
All right, everybody, have a good one.
Peace.